Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the Kevin Sullivan channel. Thanks for watching my channel. Today's topic, we'll be talking about, should I warn my ex-narc's new supply about them? And the answer to that is no. Never warn your ex-narc new supply about your ex-narcissist, sociopath, psychopath, or toxic person, whether relationship, friendship, business partner, or whatever have you. Don't do it. It's a waste of time, and it'll end up backfiring on you at the end. The reasons why you should never warn your ex-narcissist new supply about your ex-narcissist is for the fact that just like how you felt for your ex-narcissist at the beginning, how you thought they was this wonderful, amazing person, and you fell for them at the beginning, and you were so thinking you found the right soulmate, the right husband or wife, the right best friend, business partner, so have you. You didn't find out to the end and do a whole bunch of other things of digging that who this person really was. So think about that when you think about telling your ex-narc new supply about them. Think about how you felt at the beginning stages, the love bombing stages. That's where they at, especially that's where they at. They will, and another thing we ought to understand is that the narcissist always makes you the victim before they even deal with their new supply. So you already looking like the bad person. The narcissist, your ex-narcissist, automatically makes you look like the villain and makes you look like the devil himself. That's what they do. They demonize you to the new supply. So the new supply already got this image of how of a horrible, nasty person and disgusting person you are. So this is what they already think of you because of what the narcissist has told them about you before you even knew about them. Takes, for instance, when you first met the narcissist during the love bombing stage, how they talked about they ex supply, or plural supplies, ex supplies, how they victimized themselves and made them look out to be, horrible people. That's the same thing. That's a pattern that they do. That's part of the narcissist plan. That's what they do. They make you look like the villain. And what they do is everything that's nasty and all the disgusting things about the narcissist and the evil things about them, they say that's who you were and how you were, and that's what you did to them. And then, of course, they add a little sprinkles and put the cherry on top and add extra lies about you. So everything that they was, and that's what narcissists do, they project to you in a relationship, and they project when the relationship over to the new supply about you. So if they were stealing everything from you, they robbed you, they're gonna say, well, this person robbed me. If they was beating up on you, all this cheating up on you, all that stuff that they did, they're gonna say you did. So that person, the new supply, is thinking this and seeing you in this light. And then also, when you go and tell the new supply about your ex-narcissist, about the narcissist, all they're gonna hear is you tell them the stuff about the narcissist that the narcissist told them about you. So what they're gonna obviously be thinking, first thing they're gonna think, oh, you're trying to lie and say that this person did what you did to them, they did to you, vice versa. What's really that's what they did to you. You get how easily that could be, hold up. How easy that could be taken and looked at. This is things that narcissists do, and they think ahead, and it actually works. This is why they do this. And it's also to protect their image. So the narcissists their image is the best important thing to them. So this is why when you try to tell the ex-narcissist, you try to tell the ex-narcissist new supply about them, They already beat you at that game, because see, life and everything, that how narcissists live, everything is a game to them. So it's this game they playing. So this is why they do this, and they like 10 steps ahead of you, because they already know what they're doing, and it's a pattern that they follow every time that they do. It's a ritual. So they have to protect their image. That's the most important thing to them. So by them protecting their image, they have to tarnish your image. So that's what they do. When the narcissist always tarnish your image once you find out who they really are, and once they reveal themselves to you, because now you know the truth and you know all the stuff they did. So because they beating you, they're gonna make up lies about how horrible you are to everybody, and you don't know it, because they know what they're doing to you. So what they're gonna do before you tell, they're gonna start telling that thing that they do, that they're gonna say you do it, and all this bunch of other lies to it, so that the image could be protected. So on top of them doing that, they got this false image of what people see them as. So people see them as this wonderful person, this false image that they put up. Plus, they already tarnished your image to these people. So that's catch-22, trying to win that uphill battle. And see, the narcissist does this because they know that it works. They understand it, they get it, and it does actually work. So they understand it. Like, take for instance, like this ex-narcissist I used to date, years ago. I dated for years. Some of the times how she would discard me was just awkward, weird, and didn't make sense. So sometimes I would call her out the blue, and a guy would pick up the phone, and automatically he will just be talking trash to me and threatening my life. And I'm like, wait a minute, I don't even know you. Like, what are you talking about? And at first I didn't get it. I kind of did. It came to my mind like, what did she tell him about me? She must have told him some stuff about me, some lies or something. Which was true, but I thought about it, then whatever. But that's what was happening. She was telling these guys a horrible story about me. And narcissists like to play the victim. So just like they play the victim to you, they play the victim to everybody. They play the victim to everybody. This world just a horrible place. They just these wonderful, nice people. And everybody that they did wrong, did them wrong. And they did everything perfect and right. And people are just mean and nasty, disgusting, no good people. And they just these sad little puppies. And they play the victim very well. Especially if you're not hip to narcissists, or just the things that they do, or people just playing the victim, period. I was just very educated at first about these things. So that's an example. Like, she would do that, and they would just, they would just answer. They knew it was me. She would know it was me calling her phone, and would hand it to them. So she probably would tell them, oh, he's stalking me, or probably lying, saying I beat her up, and all these lies and things like that, who knows what they was telling them. So they already you could tell they was feeling sorry for her, because as soon as they picked up the phone, they would just start cussing me out and just start acting crazy and threatening me and stuff like that. And it's like, wow. So the number one reason why narcissists do this is to protect their image. That's the first and most important thing in the narcissist's life, is protecting their false image of themselves. So this is why they do this with every supply, whether it's a job, boss, a community, friendship, family members. This is why they demonize you in front of everybody. They tell everybody about you and demonize you, and they make you look bad because you have to look like that. It's kind of like beat you to the punch. I got to do a video about that. Narcissists like to beat you to the punch because everything is all a game to them. You know what I'm saying? So this is why they do that. They do it ahead of time before they even discard you. They do little nits and bits here and there. They just start saying stuff about you, and have people just question themselves. They slick. They just, just throw it out there just like, and act like it's nothing. And then what they do is people be like, wait a minute, no, you deserve better than that. And they be like, no, but, I just see how they play the victim. They just nice person. No, but, I just love the person. I just love him or he or she. And, I just want to be there for him and help him out, even though, blase, blase. See, they do stuff like that. So people already got in their mind that, you know, you're just a horrible person. So then when they actually discard you or you discard them and leave, they already planted seeds. So then see how they ahead of you, 10 steps ahead of you, and already planted the seeds and beat you to the punch. So then when they finally leave, people already know what really already happened of whatever they say, because they already told the lie ahead of time. So when the scar actually happened, then everybody already know who's the victim and who's the heathen. And it's you. So this is why it's never a good idea to contact your ex-narc's new supply, because just like at the beginning, you was head over heels and you was on your high about them. They was calling you, putting you on this pedestal, telling you how great you was, you know, showering you with gifts, giving you compliments. That's only temporary, and it's so extreme and so high. That's why they call it love bombing. You know, they just boom, 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 bombing you, and you just like, oh. You know, you just get explosions everywhere. Like, you know, your heart is all in it, and that's what that new supply is at right then and there. So you can't tell them that. And even sometimes too, when it's over, it's still not good to say that, because just like some of us, we leave, we find out who they truly are, and we ignore it. We make excuses, and there's some other things too of why that happens. I think it's called consonant dissonance. Most likely I'm probably saying it wrong, but I'll do a video on that. Consonant dissonance. That's another reason why we keep going back to the narcissist after they done revealed themselves to us, and we done gave them tries and tries before too. So sometimes you can't do that, because I did that plenty, especially with this narcissist I dealt with before, 5 to 7 years. I just kept going back. So that's, even then you still can't do nothing, you know, say nothing, because people, we believe what we want to believe. We'll lie to ourselves. We'll stick in there. We'll tell ourselves, you know, they'll get better. And one of the reasons also too as well we do that, we focus on what we saw at first. The first impression is the best impression. Narcissist knows this. So the false person that we met during the love bombing stage, we think that's that person. We think, okay, if I could just get this person to be this person again. But really, that's not who that person really is. The person we saw during the love bombing stage at the beginning is awesome, wonderful, loving, caring, empathetic, person. We start chasing that and trying to get that person back, and then we start changing to even perfect ourselves and better ourselves to extreme, to where we think it's all about us fixing ourselves to make them go back to that first person that we first met or we thought we knew, so that we could have that high the wonderful high that we had, fake relationship that we thought we was real, that we had, we could get that back. But we're not going to get that back, because now it's to the devaluing stage after the love bombing, where they devalue you, you know, gaslight you, patronize you, and just project on you and make you feel like this awful, stupid, dumb, non-worthy person. Then they discard you. So that's what we get. So that person is not that person that we see at the end of the relationship is really who the narcissist is. It's not the person that we met at first. The narcissist, that's their false image. The person that we meet during the valuing stage and the discard phase, at the end of the relationship with the narcissist, whatever type of relationship it is, romantic, platonic, whatever, that's who they really are. And so this is what the narcissist new supply is seeing. Plus, they already undemonized you to the new supply. So they see this awesome, wonderful person over here that they so happy to be with. They think they found their soulmate, their best friend, their best co-worker, boss worker, or, you know, neighbor, or what so have you. And then you come to find out, which they'll find out, you know, it might take a lot, it might be fast. It depends. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's long. That eventually they'll find out that who the narcissists really are. So narcissists know at the devaluing phases especially once they see catch a glimpse that you notice that who they really true are, because they sense this stuff. Like when they see like, okay, you don't believe my false image no more, they run. You know what I'm saying? They run and take cover. You know what I'm saying? They can't blow their cover. It's almost like a federal agent undercover in the most biggest dangerous drugs sting or ring. They cover get blown, they end up getting killed. It's a big thing, they cover get blown. That's kind of like the situation with the narcissist. They cover getting blown, it's a life-death situation. So this is why they'll do anything to protect that image. They'll even kill you to protect that image. So ladies and gentlemen, please don't never try to inform your ex-narcissist new supply about them. Just let it be. And I know, just like me, it's sad to see it. It's sad to see it, and it's like, oh, you don't want them to get away with it. You want that person to know. But the thing we have to understand here is not going to be effective. It's just going to backfire on you. And I get a lot of stories and seen a lot of stories and emails about how that backfire on so many people, to where that person end up trying to attack them, stalk them, kill them. The ex-narc new supply end up trying to kill you, get you arrested. Now you go on the court. Now you got all this drama that the new supply bringing to you, just for you trying to warn them about your ex-narcissist, the narcissist that they have now. So don't do it. It's just a backfire on you. You don't need the extra drama. You already went through what you went through with the narcissist as it is. You got to get back to yourself, your healing, going through the anger, the pain, grieving, and all that is normal. Go through that process. That's normal. There's nothing wrong with that. You have to get through them feelings and stuff like that. You have to get through it. It takes time. And, eventually you'll be 100% fine from that. So just focus on that and to forget about warning the other person, because it's going to backfire on you. Just like you found out the truth and you seen it and it's over, it's going to be the same thing with the new supply. You're like, this is something they do all the time, ladies and gentlemen. Like, this is what they do. This is what they perfection at. They do this and been doing this all their life. They know what they're doing. They know how to do it. Like, so after this person's going to be a next person. After you see how it's the next person. After that new person you trying to warn is going to be a next person, the next person, the next person. And it was many thousand, hundreds more before you and that new supply. So it just is what it is. Just focus on you and your life, Like, just leave that alone. It really has nothing to do with you. And honestly, it's really not your responsibility. But I understand you being the type of person you are. The new supply that my ex-narcissist has, I see both of them a lot, all the time. I kind of don't like it at all. But I don't want to warn him. And sometimes, I now that I understand the information, the truth about, how this works, I don't want to interfere. I don't tell him nothing. I just mind my business and don't say nothing, which is starting to get on her nerve, because she don't like I act like she don't even exist. Sometimes she stares at me with this evil, demonic look when I see her and her new supply. Like she expect me to say something to her, and I'll see them, and then I'll be looking the other way, just minding my business, and I'll look over and she just staring at me, right with him, like he's standing right next to her, and they'll see me. Or whatever, they could be sitting down, standing up, it don't matter. Any shit, she'll just be staring at me, just looking at me like, and I'm like, why is she staring at me? And like, why is he staring at me too with her? But then when I really look him in his eye, he always turns his head. He can't look me in the eye. It's weird. It's like, he cannot look me in the eye. But yeah, so that's an example. That's, and another example with that situation with her and her new supply is that when she first seen that, the first few times that I seen her with him, she will call him when she, we'll be in line at the same place, and she'll be leaving, so she will see him and will be calling him 30 seconds right after she's walking away. She'll call him and ask him, what did he say to you? Did he talking about me? Is he approaching you? Is he saying something about me? And he'll be looking her way as she leaving, and he'll be like, no. Like, and it would be a quick call like that. And I put two and two together, knowing how they operate, and just, being, a little intelligent, a little wise and understanding how they work, like that's what she was doing. Like she would call him and be like, what did he say to you? Did he say this? Because she's afraid that I might tell him the truth about her. So she seeing what he's saying. The first few times she will call him. She will call him when she go about her business and it still just be me and him in the same area, place, or establishment. She will call him like, what did he say? He talking to you? He bothering you? What did he do? He'd be like, no. Because see, she told him that I would do that and expect that. She told him I'm cuckoo crazy. So, but, and I think that's why she also mad too, because I don't even bother them or look their way. I just mind my business. Like, it's almost like she probably upset too that she keeps telling him like, I used to date him, or that was my ex-boyfriend, which is a lie. And I'm not even looking her where I was saying anything to her. So it's almost like to her, she never existed to me and I moved on, basically. They don't like that. Like, you just forgot about me. You don't even care. You just moved on. That wasn't important. They don't like stuff like that. That's a blow to the ego. And it's like she never even mattered. So she don't like that. But ladies and gentlemen, wow, this story, 20 minutes long? Well, I hope it was enough information for you. So it was worth being 20 minutes long. Thanks for watching my channel. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And everybody, have a great day and stay narcissistic free.